Muslims, as we have already expressed, are ordered by Allah to be good to the non-Muslims. But this good conduct towards people of other religion, particularly the Christians, is being tested the most during the Christmas season. Most Muslims are confused, and so do the non-Muslims, who may be clueless of the religious obligations and limitations of the Muslims. Muslims do not have any festival apart from Eid al-Fitr after Ramadan and Eid al-Adha during the Hajj season. Friday is also considered a festival, as it is a time of gathering in the mosque for Muslims, and they are ordered to dress and look their best in these days. Celebrating any other festival is not allowed, and is either of two things. Either it is an innovation in religion, which is celebrated as a way of getting closer to Allah, such as celebrating the Prophet's birthday, or it is an actual imitation of the non-Muslims, like the celebration of Christmas, Valentine's Day, and others, by celebrating it or being involved in it. The general evidence against the celebration of other festivities other than the Islamic ones for Muslims is the verse in the Quran, "This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion." Quran chapter 5 verse 3. This meant that upon the death of Prophet Muhammad, this religion has already been completed, and nothing in it shall be removed or added. Prophet Muhammad said regarding the matter, "Whoever imitates a nation is not from us," narrated by Abu Dawud. He also said, "You will certainly follow the ways of those who came before you, handspan by handspan, cubit by cubit, to the extent that if they enter the hole of a lizard, you will enter it too." We said, "O Messenger of Allah, do you mean the Jews and the Christians?" He said, "Who else?" Narrated by Imam al-Bukhari and Imam Muslim. Sheikh al-Uthaymin said, "Imitating the non-Muslims does not mean that we should not use anything that they have manufactured. No one says such a thing. At the time of the Prophet Muhammad and afterwards, the people used to wear clothes and use vessels made by non-Muslims. Imitation of the non-Muslims means imitating their clothing and appearance, and the customs that are unique to them. It does not mean that we should not ride what they ride or wear what they wear. But if they ride in a specific way that is unique to them, then we should not ride in that way. If they tailor their clothes in a certain fashion that is unique to them, we should not do likewise. But if we have cars that are similar to theirs and fabric that is similar to theirs, there is nothing wrong with that." It is important to note that actions could be divided into two: acts of worship and daily dealings. As it is clear here, celebrations are acts of worship, and they are what Islam is very strict against in imitating the non-Muslims or inventing our own by innovations in religion. Riding cars, airplanes, trains, and others obviously are not forbidden, even if they did not exist during the time of Prophet Muhammad, because they are part of our daily dealings or actions. We may also wear suit jackets, t-shirts, and jeans. But it is strictly prohibited to celebrate yearly events such as national days, anniversaries, and birthdays, even Prophet Muhammad's birthday. It should be made clear that the prohibition of imitating the non-Muslims applies to their acts of worship and the customs that are unique to them, and by which they are distinguished, such wearing the cross, tattoos, or imitating any form of their pop culture such as metal, punk, hip-hop, and others. This does not include the things that they do and invent from which we may benefit, such as studying in their universities, seeking treatment in their hospitals, or using their technology in weapons, farming, communication, and others. There is no doubt that Muslims should not celebrate Christmas by virtue of this religious limitation alone, even without mentioning that Jesus was not born on Christmas Day, and this celebration was only invented 300 years after him. Now, we shall clarify some common situations that happen between Muslims and non-Muslims in a brief explanation of the rulings. Please take note that these are mere explanations on why Muslims do not do such acts, and it is never intended as an attack on any religion or denomination. This discussion shall be brief, And if you want to learn more, please visit your local imam, ustad, Islamic center, or any trusted Islamic institution. Christmas greetings. Greeting the non-Muslims Merry Christmas is disallowed because it implies that one accepts or approves that Jesus was born on December 25th as Allah's begotten Son or incarnate of Allah. If non-Muslims greet us on the occasion of their festivals, we should not respond for the same reasons. We should also be courteous and honest in explaining why. You'd find that they will even be thankful in having known something that they did not know before. Christmas party and exchanging gifts. It is forbidden for Muslims to host or attend Christmas parties and participate in exchanging gifts or distributing sweets or other foods. It is not allowed for a Muslim to accept invitations on such occasions because this is worse than congratulating them, as it implies taking part in their celebrations. If you are invited by neighbors or the company to take part in a Christmas party, or if you are invited to it directly, then try to be courteous and be honest in informing them of your religious limitations, and most Christians will respect your excuse. Listening to and singing Christmas songs. Music is clearly not allowed in Islam, and Christmas songs also glorify a belief that we Muslims do not believe in, such as the birth of Christ on December 25th and his divinity. This is pretty much self-explanatory. This also denotes that we are not allowed to participate in caroling and other similar events in schools, streets, and companies. Putting up Christmas decor. Christmas decors are symbols of Christmas and is not allowed according to the general rule mentioned before about Muslims having nothing to do with non-Muslim celebrations. 13th month pay. 13th month pay has nothing to do with Christmas and is a law in most countries that companies must follow in order to reward an employee. It is usually being given during the Christmas season, as it is the last part of the year, and it is easier to compute how much of the year has an employee worked in a company. Christmas vacation. As a general rule, Muslims may take their Christmas vacations as there is really no choice for him except not to go to school or work because the school or company is closed anyway. As long as the Muslim knows that he is having this vacation not as a participation for Christmas or any other celebration, being on vacation these days is perfectly fine. Christmas sale. Most sellers, malls, and stores end the year with a sale in order for them to get rid of old stocks of merchandise to have new ones the following year. Therefore, Christmas sales really have no relation to Christmas, and there is generally nothing wrong in buying any merchandise on sale, even if it falls under celebrations, if your intention is just getting a good deal and not to celebrate with them. Christmas food. It is not permissible to eat from that food which the non-Muslims prepare for Christmas, birthdays, and others. Giving and receiving gifts. Generally, a Muslim may accept any gift from a non-Muslim, even if it is connected to their celebration as an act of kindness, and is not regarded as participating in it or approving of it. Him accepting it may be a way that he may share the giver some teachings about Islam. On the other hand, it is not permissible to give a non-Muslim any gift connected to their festivals, although we may do it in any normal day. Selling toys and food on Christmas. Selling anything during the Christmas season or any festivities of the non-Muslims is fine, as long as one does not sell them for the sinful purposes or directly aiding their celebration. Examples of such is selling liquor, Christmas decor, Christmas DVDs, firecrackers, and others. They are all clearly not allowed. However, if you are a supermarket owner, for example, that sells toys, cheese, chicken, clothes, and others, you may still open your shop even if people may buy from you for the purpose of using it for their Christmas celebrations. There is no sin upon you. You are selling these merchandise not because of Christmas, but because you are doing it all year long, and you are not in control in whatever way they will use the things they buy. The same goes for a Muslim whose flowers may be bought on Valentine's Day. Even if you take advantage of selling more merchandise because they run out quicker during the season because people are buying much is also fine. But there is an issue regarding those who only sell during the Christmas season, for example, as it is apparent that he is trying to take advantage of the Christmas season and is indirectly helping the non-Muslims in their celebrations. But if you should close shop, then it shall be a personal choice. May Allah guide us all.